All right, so you're a carpenter, and let's be honest, Google Ads can feel like a total gamble, right? It's either a money pit just swallowing your budget with nothing to show for it, or it's an amazing lead machine that keeps your phone ringing off the hook. Well, today we're going to break down how you stop gambling and start winning, turning those ads into a steady, reliable source of really great clients.
So let's just get right to it. The big question, the one that probably brought you here. Are your Google ads a money pit? I mean, are you spending cash every single month? You're seeing those clicks roll in, but where are the calls? It's a super common frustration, but here's the good news. It is absolutely fixable.
And this right here lays out the two different realities of Google Ads. Over on the left, you've got that money pit we're talking about. Clicks from people who are just daydreaming, a budget that just seems to vanish with no new jobs, and ads popping up in totally the wrong cities. But on the right, that's where we want to live. Calls from clients who are ready to go, a steady stream of good inquiries, and your business being seen by actual local customers. Now, the key thing to get is that the difference between these two columns, it isn't luck. It's all about strategy.
So let's dig into why so many of these campaigns end up in that money pit in the first place. And the good news, really, is that it's not because Google Ads doesn't work for trades like carpentry. Nope, it's almost always because of a few really common and, like I said, very fixable setup mistakes.
And that brings us to the absolute foundation of a successful campaign, finding your best customers by getting your targeting right. You got to think of it like the classic Carpenters rule, right? Measure twice, cut once. Getting your targeting perfect from the very start saves you a ton of wasted time and, more importantly, money down the road.
And this slide, this holds the master key to it all. It's the concept of high-intent keywords. Now, these aren't just any old search terms. These are the specific phrases that people type into Google when they are actively, right now, looking to hire a professional for a job.
So what does that actually look like? Well, this comparison makes it crystal clear. Bidding on a super broad term like carpenter is just wasteful. You get clicks from DIYers, students, who knows? But look at the high-intent side. Hire carpenter near me. Custom kitchen cabinets carpenter UK. Deck builder Sydney Cost. You see the difference? These people aren't just curious. They have a real problem, and they're looking for someone to pay to solve it.
Now, the other half of measuring twice is all about location. And look, it sounds so obvious, but you would be shocked at how many businesses mess this up. Your ads should only ever show up in the exact areas you actually serve. I mean, if you're based in London, there is zero point in paying for a click from someone in Manchester. It's just wasted money.
So how do you get it right? It's pretty straightforward, really. First, in your campaign settings, lock it down to your specific service area, whether that's a city, a list of postcodes, or a radius around your business. Second, use keywords that include the location, like carpenter in Melbourne. And third, put your location right there in the ad text. If you do these three things, you can be sure that every dollar you spend is going toward a potential customer you can actually help. Okay, so you've got the right people seeing your ads. That's a huge win. The next step is to actually convince them to click on your ad instead of a competitor's. And this is all about writing a clear, compelling pitch. And the difference between a vague ad and a clear one is just night and day. Take a look at this. Quality carpentry services. What does that even mean? It's just noise. But custom furniture carpenter near me? Bam! That's specific. It matches exactly what someone might be looking for. Same thing with we do all woodwork versus affordable kitchen cabinet installation UK. Clear, honest ads get you better clicks, plain and simple, because the person clicking knows exactly what they're going to get. All right, you've nailed the targeting. You wrote a killer ad and you got the click. Fantastic. But hold on, the job's not done yet. Now we have to talk about your digital storefront, your website's landing page, because if your website doesn't seal the deal, all that hard work you just did was for nothing.
Think about it. It's a really simple three-step journey. Step 1, customer clicks your ad. Step 2, they land on your website. This is the moment of truth. And step 3, based on what they see in just a few seconds, they decide whether or not to pick up the phone and call you. That step in the middle, step 2, is where so many ad campaigns completely fall apart.
So, what does your landing page need to do in those critical few seconds? It has to build trust instantly. And these are the signals that do it. It has to look great on a phone and load fast. Your phone number should be big, bold, and impossible to miss. And crucially, you need to show off photos of your best work and have some genuine customer reviews. These are the things that tell a visitor, hey, this is a legit professional business I can trust.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle: winning the long game. See, this isn't about setting up your campaign and just walking away. Profitable advertising means you're constantly tracking and adjusting.
I love this quote because it is the absolute core truth of all digital advertising. Successful campaigns are not set once and forgotten. The market changes, your competitors change, and what worked last month might not work next month. You have to stay on top of it. But managing your ads doesn't have to be some super complicated thing. It's actually a simple, repeatable cycle. Step 1, you track which keywords are actually making the phone ring. Step 2, you have to be ruthless and pause the keywords that are just eating up your money. A great rule of thumb: if a keyword has spent the cost of a small job without a single call, it's time to cut it loose. And step 3, you adjust your bids to put more of your budget behind what's already proven to work. That's it. It's just an ongoing loop of making things a little bit better over time.
So let's quickly recap the entire game plan. First, you're going to focus obsessively on those specific, high-intent keywords. Second, you're using strict location targeting so you're only talking to people you can actually work for. Third, write clear, honest ads that speak directly to what that person is looking for. Fourth, build a landing page that's designed to build trust and turn a visitor into a phone call. And finally, number 5, you monitor and adjust your campaigns on a regular basis. These 5 points, they're the real difference between a money pit and a lead machine.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. When you apply these strategies, you're not just hoping for the best anymore. You're not just throwing money at a complicated system. You are building a predictable, controllable machine for finding new customers. So the only question left to ask is your next great client waiting for you to get that one click right?